Alright guys, in this video we're going to be looking at the post equalizer. So it is the same equalizer as your actual equalizer. So I'm going to load up both. Here's the equalizer that we just went over in depth in the previous video. And here's the post equalizer. You'll notice that there's not a nickel's worth of difference. So you may be wondering, why are there two? Well, there are certain instances in which it are certain cases where it might be helpful to have two EQs. Now, I can't think of a whole lot of purpose for this, but maybe you needed to mid-side on your. Let me actually rephrase it. I don't see a huge need for this. There's definitely a purpose, but if you're coming from a fairly good mix, it's not a huge. It shouldn't be a. You shouldn't see a post equalizer in every effect chain in a mastering setup, especially in Ozone 7, because it would only be applicable where in instances where maybe you had to mid-side something in the main equalizer because it needed cleaning up or it needed that much of a boost. And then you wanted to actually use another equalizer, maybe just for the mid or just the left and right, or give that, maybe you need to do something to just one channel. Like let's say maybe you had a good mid-side cut and boost to get the vocals more present and to make the bass a little less muddy using mid-side EQ. And then let's say something in that process made one of your left or right channels kind of lose clarity. You might use the post equalizer on just left and right and just boost one of those channels depending on what you're trying to do. So it's nice that in Ozone 7 that you get control over each, the mid, the side, the left and right channel, because it does make more of a use. For instance, there's a preset that I believe is called Smooth High End that uses the post equalizer. So I wanted to show you that real quick. Because like I said, the interface is the exact same. There's no difference. But you can see here we have equalizer where it's a little bit mid. There's just stereo and it appears to be a little bit of bump up on the left. So it's just a stereo EQ right here, right? And there's no mid side. There's no left and right. And then we have dynamics. Then we have the exciter. And then you can see that the exciter is kind of just a two-band exciter right now. And the post equalizer, let's see what's going on there. So there's nothing occurring in the stereo, which makes sense because that was what was done with the first EQ. Let's see mid-side. On the mid, there's nothing on the mid. There is something on the side. So see how this is just using to clean up and boost the side frequencies after the exciter, which might be a function of how the exciter or the dynamics were playing with the sound. And then finally you have the maximizer. But yeah, the post equalizer is just there in case you need a second equalizer because maybe the first 2 or 3 modules you did got something kind of made your ear go, oh, wait, it might be cooler if there's more high. It might be cooler if I took this frequency out. Or you can really use it in conjunction with the mid side and the left and right and still have a nice stereo equalizer in your chain. So that sums up this video. I'll see you in the next part where we are going to be talking about the dynamic EQ. I'll see you there.